So let me ask you this. Why do you do the things that you do? Why do you get up in the morning and go to places you go? Why are you motivated to chase your goals? Who are the people that you live for? Who are the people that you want to help? Or who are the people that motivate you or encourage you and you feel like you have to repay them by reaching your goals? Why do you feel like you should work hard for these people? Why do you do the things that you do in between the time you wake up and you go to sleep? Why are you in your current situation? What are you working for? Why is it important for you to reach your goals? Whatever your answers may be to any of these questions, it's important that you understand your why. Why do you want to become a better version of yourself? To truly live in your purpose, you must understand your why. Without having your why, you're just going through the motions of life. And along the way, you can be easily distracted by, like I mentioned in the other video, those short-term pleasures. Your why is so important because it's what keeps you grounded. It's what keeps you focused during the good times and the bad times. When life gets tough, when the ship gets a little rocky, your why is your anchor. You know what I mean? Without your why, you're not just an anchorless ship, but you're more like trying to steer a ship through a storm without a compass. You know what I mean? Like you're just kind of living through the motions, no purpose, no intention for the things that you're doing. Your why is like the bridge that connects you to your goals. And every day you're just kind of building or getting one step closer to your end goal by walking on that bridge, or you're constructing that bridge to make that connection to your goal. And your why could be a multitude of things. It could be a mixture of a lot of things and a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings that you may have for other people, that you may have for yourself, or it could be even just to impact society. You know what I mean? Your why could be, for your mom or dad. Your why could be for your siblings. Your why could be for anybody in your family. Your why could be for your friends. Your why could be, you might want to achieve your goals because you feel the need to leave a legacy. You know what I mean? That might be the reason why you get up and you go. If you're, a spiritual person, it could be religion based. You might find that you're walking in the path of God. You know what I mean? Your why could be a mixture of a lot of things that constantly remind you to not give up, not fail, keep pushing, even when it gets hard. For example, like a marathon runner. Me and my friends, we've been running miles, every month. We got the Nike Run Club we've been running, miles every month, setting a goal. And it's kind of like when you're running those miles, your legs get tired. Your legs kind of, you start feeling it, especially when you get further in the month. And it's a part of you in your brain that really wants to give up, or really your body is feeling like it wants to give up. But it's something that clicks in your head, even if it's competitive based. That's a why that you shouldn't give up. You know what I mean? It's a reason why you shouldn't give up. But for me personally, I think of it a little bit deeper. I think of everything that I'm trying to accomplish, not only for myself, but for the people around me. And those reasons give me the energy to just keep going, just to, dig a little deeper and to kind of, not to sidetrack too far, but everything in life, I feel like is a majority of life is mental. It's how you look at it. It's how you perceive it. And it's your perspective, your perception of, your life and how you want to move and react to certain situations. And majority of that is just how you look at it inside your head, you know what I mean? Regardless of what you may be going through or what situations that may be happening to you right now, it can always be looked at in a certain perception that's positive, that's not necessarily gonna have a bad outcome. You know, it's kind of like just, it's not even being optimistic to the fullest. It's just having a positive kind of outlook. It's just hoping for the best, you know, in every situation. And that small positive way of thinking can go a long way in anything and everything that you're doing. Why have negative thoughts? Why even think about the idea of failure? Why even think about giving up? No, always understand that there's a positive outcome that could possibly happen. And the first step towards that positive outcome is the way how you're looking at, the way you're perceiving your current situation. You know, in chess, I was watching a video about how chess is, you know, a game of life. And the way this certain individual looks at chess is by understanding that, you know, nobody's perfect. You're not always going to make the perfect move, the correct move. But just because you make a not so good move doesn't mean that you can't make a better move. You know what I mean? After that, regardless of the position you put yourself in or your current situation, there's always a best move. In chess, meaning there's always a way you can get out of that situation. It may look ugly, it may be difficult, it may be 1 out of 1,000 chance, but that one, if you ride on that 1 out of 1,000% chance, it could happen. And I'd rather not think about the negative 999 ways that this situation could go wrong and waste that energy and waste my drive and just kind of let that take over my mental, my headspace. And I would rather just focus in on that one outcome of this is gonna work and putting my all into that so I can, you know, kind of manifest these things into fruition. The odds will never be in your favor if you don't believe they're in your favor from the beginning. You have to think a certain way, and you not only just hope, but when you believe that, you know, whatever you're trying to accomplish can happen, it will. If you believe that whatever you're trying to accomplish can't happen, then it won't. You know what I mean? So it's like, pick your poison. But that was a little AP tangent. Let's get back on the main road. It's important for you to, you know, keep your why in mind in everything that you do, because that's what's going to drive you to, you know, keep going, to not stop, and to, you know, prevail through difficult times, especially when, you know, the going gets tough, or, you know, when you're not seeing immediate results. When you think about the reason why you're doing what you're doing, it should just shift your focus on not the outcome, but just making sure that you're doing everything in your ability to keep going, just to not stop. I also want to take the time to reiterate this. Pleasure isn't a bad thing. Pleasure is, you know, things that make us happy are good for the soul. But my whole reasoning behind purpose over pleasure is I'm trying to focus on the idea of prioritizing your purpose over your pleasure. Because if you don't, your pleasures will take over your life. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but depending on who you are and what your goals are and who you're trying to be in this life, your purpose is what you may feel like the reason you're living right now, you're alive. Pleasures are temporary things that, you know, keep us happy in the moment, and they can become distracting. So the reason behind these two videos, or the audience who I'm trying to reach in these two videos are people who value their purpose. People who believe that their purpose is what truly matters in this life. You know what I mean? If that's not you, cool. You know, you can keep watching if you want, but I'm not forcing you, you know what I'm saying? But pleasures, you know, and I'm not gonna get too deep into it because I talked about it in the last video, but your pleasure is like the dessert. If you ate dessert for the main course, it wouldn't be very beneficial for you, you know what I mean? But it's something about eating dessert as like the last thing, the last course of the meal, or after the main course, that it just makes it more fulfilling. It makes it more rich, if that makes sense. You know, it's the cherry on top. I feel like if you were to prioritize your pleasure and you made your pleasure like the main course of your life, it wouldn't be as fulfilling. Your life wouldn't be as meaningful. You would just be kind of going through the motions. But when you're walking and living in your purpose, and your purpose is your main course, those small moments of pleasure that you set time aside for, because you know it's a balance. It's like eating dessert after you just ate a steak. It's fulfilling. It's like relaxing. It's pleasing. You know what I mean? So literally, just take that as food for thought. You wanna prioritize what truly matters in your life, just so those small moments of pleasure feel a little bit better. You know, when you accomplish something, or if you work really hard at something and, you know, you finally get to a checkpoint, a place you want to reach, and you need a break, because we need breaks, you know what I'm saying? You know, a few Netflix shows in the bed with some popcorn, it could feel good, you feel me? So it's not a total don't be happy, don't have any pleasures, don't just grind. Nah, like, you know, find a balance, and it'll be a much more beneficial, much more meaningful if you know, really focus hard on what truly matters first, and then, you know, for dessert, you set some time aside to enjoy your pleasures. Me personally, I believe that there is a higher power guiding everyone's soul, including my own, and I trust in that higher power to lead me in the direction that I need to be in, that I need to walk in. And I have faith and I trust in that power, that feeling. And I believe when you make the decision to set aside your pleasures, your personal pleasures, to fulfill, you know, I guess the mission that, you know, the higher power has set for your life, it really opens your eyes on the essence of living. The meaning of your life, it becomes less about you, but more about your impact, or more about, you know, your whys. And I choose to live my life for others, through other people, and to help other people. You know, I don't believe my purpose is anything to do with me, if that makes sense. I believe my purpose is ultimately to help others, and to really just kind of lead people to the light, you know what I mean? To help others see their greatness, to help others believe in their own abilities, and to ultimately, you know, help others become the best version of themselves as well. And I'm the type of leader that likes to talk about it and that likes to be about it. I don't want to be, you know, a dog, all bark, no bite. You know what I mean? I want to not only speak about these things, but I'm going to show you that I'm about it as well. And, you know, over the past few years, I've made, videos here and there, especially for the brand, talking about, these core principles of just, focus, discipline, consistency, accountability, all these, beautiful words. And I was just talking about it, and I would do it for a short period of time, and then I would, just stop. Something happened in my life. But I've learned and failed and grown and understood what my true assignment is. And if I'm to speak about this type of message, speak about leaving an impact, there's no better way or there's no better teacher than to actually prove it to you that, this way of thinking, this way of outlook on life, it can work. If you're watching this video right now, if you made to this point, you're human, I'm human, you bleed like I bleed. We're really one and the same. And anything that you can do, I could do as well. Anything I could do, you could do as well. So I really want to lead by example to just show, while I speak about it, the benefits of just having this type of outlook on life. So yeah, me personally, I have a lot of whys. I live for a lot of people in my life, a lot of people that's not in my life, a lot of people that I've never even met before. You know what I mean? I believe my purpose is to inspire. And I'm gonna continue to work on, taking care of things in my personal life, taking care of my responsibilities, so I can make sure that I can fulfill my purpose. And that's by any means necessary. So yeah, man. Pleasure isn't the enemy. It's just not the destination. When you prioritize your purpose, you can enjoy, the beautiful pleasures in life, without sacrificing your growth. So just keep that in mind as you, go about your life and go about your days, and understand that the deeper and the better you understand your why, and why you are who you are, and why you do the things that you do, the better you'll understand your purpose. And the more you walk in your purpose, the more likely you are to achieve your goals. Like I said, this is the part 2 to the Purpose Over Pleasures video. I hope y'all enjoy. I got another video I need to get off my chest, so I'm gonna get working on that, man. But make sure y'all, staying positive, chasing your dreams, and just along the way, remember who you're doing it for, because that's what really matters in the end. But make sure y'all follow the Instagram, Lost Genius Society. You can follow my personal as well, AP2Lives. Make sure y'all go to our website right here, lostgeniussociety.us. Get you some merch, man. But yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Y'all stay safe. I love y'all.